Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee tuning into Mr. Brian Spirit. Welcome.
Hi there, how's it going?
It's going good, Brian. Thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lake Forest, California.
Couple spirits I think I get here. A female who's coming in, but she seemed to be like she was out of breath when she'd be speaking and somewhat a little wheezy and like a paternal spirit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that could make sense.
Why do you say could?
Well, because, my mother is parents.
Yes.
Towards the end, when she was talking, she would be wheezing. That difficulty.
Yes, this is your mom.
Yes.
She sounds like she's out of breath when she's talking to me. She sounds wheezy. And she tells me you've actually reached out to her before through some other mediums. Is that correct?
No, this is my first time with a medium.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Is somebody else contacted her through a medium? Because I feel like she's been reached and contacted before, unless somebody did it for you.
I've had experiences personally that I feel like, we've connected. And in those moments, she gave me like some things for validation. My siblings are across the country. So when I spoke to my siblings about these specific things, it was like things I wouldn't know unless I was there. And so that was maybe a few years ago, and it was just weird. It was like random things. Like, for example, when I felt like I was connecting with her, it was like a blue balloon. And just so happened when I called my brother and told him about it, like the week before, there was a half-empty blue balloon floating outside his front door. So that may be it.
All right, you are acting as the medium then for your siblings. You're a medium. You know what? She also says somebody owns some tarot cards or had tarot cards.
It's interesting. So it's so funny because about a month ago, I was gifted X-Men tarot cards. Maybe about 4 weeks ago. It was just something that I do card pulled every once in a while, but I didn't have a deck. And I saw this deck and somebody was like, oh, you know what? I have two. You can figure it. So yeah, definitely interesting.
Okay, now that's just a confirmation. So you really don't even need me, Brian. A lot of people think they need another source like a medium, but isn't it 10 times more powerful that you had those experiences?
Oh, definitely. Since she's passed, it's something I've been grateful for is that I've been able to feel her near me at many times, and even in dreams and things it's not that I never believed in it prior to it, but it's interesting when it happens and the validation is there in ways that I wouldn't know these things, or certain things.
Right, you got it. And she tells me there's something to do with a chain and it's got something on it that's tied to it. Do you understand?
Yes, so I have only one thing from her. And it's a bracelet, like a human-length bracelet with my name on it. And she taught me when I was 15 years old. And specifically, I remember with jewelry, it was one of those things we talked about. It was why do you want this bracelet? I remember her asking me that. I told her, I want this bracelet because after you're gone, it'll still be here. You know what I mean? So it's so funny. It's the only thing I own that she's given me.
And you still wear it?
So you know what? I protect it at all costs.
No, you need to get that back on. I don't know if you've thought about putting it on a chain or something like that, or connecting it to a chain.
It's interesting because I've thought about getting a matching chain because it's a silver bracelet, but the links are the same as you would get on a chain, and I've looked into purchasing a chain that matches it.
All right. Well, there's a tie there with that. And one last thing, she says something about, I know you say you're cross country, but I feel like there's a longing for you to go back.
Yeah, it's interesting because my loved ones out there are continuously pushing when are you coming? When are you coming? When are you coming? Just come. One of my friends, Alfred, they're like, I'll buy you a one-way ticket, but you can't go back to California.
Right. And you know what? That heart call is just to have that close connection with family and friends. They're so supportive. Sometimes when we lose our loved one, you got to remember what's most important, keep us afloat.
Definitely. Put that into perspective.
Yeah. Well, listen to your heart, honey. Thank you for sharing your time with me, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you for the reading. I really appreciated it.
You're welcome. And if you'd like to join me on the show, sign up at radiomediumlauralee.com, where you're going to learn more about services and events to support the show. And then tune in to Your Spirit each and every day by subscribing to the podcast on your favorite forum. And join me at Facebook Radio Medium Laura Lee group. I would love to hear from you.